merry meet, and fare thee well. Settle in for a story with me, Astin Gaël. Thank you so much for joining me here today. This is going to be your daily collective message for Tuesday, March the 10th. If you are not following the magic shop on BlueSky, the link to that page is in the description box down below. Over there, you will find daily astrological updates and the insight into how that may or may not be affecting you and your story. If you are enjoying these daily collective stories and you would like to purchase a personalized short story from me, the link to the Buy Me a Coffee shop is also in the description box down below. I have on offer a 3-card spread, a 5-card spread, a video about 30 minutes in length, and an option for an hour or so phone call with me where we will co-create a story. The 3-card spread and the 5-card spread is going to be a PDF document of a short story along with the photo of the cards and or charms that I used to create the story. So we are working our way through What There Is to Love About a Man. Each excerpt has a theme that we are using to inspire the story to come. Today's theme is smarts. Being smart. Having intelligence. He is as smart as a whip and twice as fast. He does the times tables while he's waiting for the train, and he loves to play with the pie of a plate. He always starts his crossword puzzles in ink and never, ever checks the answers until he's thoroughly through. He's got enough street smarts to keep him out of trouble, and enough tree smarts to keep him out of the poison oak. He's got multiple degrees from the School of Hard Knocks, and it's hard to know how he knows what he knows, but he knows it. He's on top of current events and celestial events, and could write 10,000 words on the events leading up to the Spanish-American War. When it comes to global economics, he's got it down pat. When the buzz is on the Beatles, he knows where it's at. He can reassemble a motherboard in 2 minutes flat. He's smarter than your average bear, and his pursuit of intelligence is not at all trivial. We place a lot of importance on intellect, and as a person who fancies themselves quite intelligent and has been for most of my life, it's funny because I really do think the idea of a dunce hat is real, quote unquote. I understand that whenever it was portrayed in cartoons, it was something that was a punishment in school for being a bit of a dunce, for kind of showing yourself to be not very smart. Pardon me, I'm gonna I'm gonna undress while I speak. So I put on a dunce hat, I believe, at some point in my life, and purposefully came across as unintelligent, partially as a method of survival. The people that I was surrounding myself with could not stand to be upstaged, could not stand to have someone be smarter than them. They needed to be the smartest guy in the room in order to feel confident enough to not take people down, enact physical violence to show their worth, so to speak. Um, and so I put my intelligence aside for quite a number of years. And it's like when I picked it back up, it it's like they say, getting back on the bike, you don't forget how to ride. Um, and not only that, but it's like I picked it back up and was able to continue the pursuit of furthering it. It's not a skill set that can just be lost. Now, emotional intelligence, on the other hand, is something that we don't put as much value on, especially when it comes to masculinity. Um, and over the past couple of days, we've had messages about the bad men in the bad suits, and I think we can all agree that not only are they not really people of integrity, but they're not people with empathy or any sort of emotional intelligence. And they fancy that. They fancy that something good because in their world, that is a sign of weakness. And I suppose, embodying enough empathy to feel what your fellow man is feeling, especially if your fellow man is a common person compared to you in your superiority. Um, well, it would be hard to remain superior if you were able to feel what a common man is feeling. Hmm. Let's get out the deck of chaos. What kind of intelligence are we talking about today? Emotional, intellectual, or just plain street smarts? I'm also thinking about the gut brain dynamic and how, you know, the gut is actually what controls the brain, so to speak. If you don't have a good gut microbiome, you're not going to have good brain health. And it's interesting because, well, the food that we as Americans consume on a daily, that is normalized, um, I'm not talking, copious amounts of fruits and vegetables. I'm talking about the processed foods, the easy peasy lemon squeezy 30-minute meals. Um, you know, those are directly contributing to the lack of intelligence that is ramping up. Add to that, you know, children being encouraged to use AI to write their papers and do their art and etc etc, um it's no wonder we have a decline in intelligence happening. um I'm reading a book called Psychedelic Shamanism right now, and I can't help but think about the passage I read this morning talking about the fourth dimension and the imaginal realm being real. And as a person who dissociates on the regular, with or without the help of psychedelics, um, and sees a lot of things that are in the imaginal realm. I have been told multiple times in my life that this makes me unintelligent, that this makes me the, and I'm quoting somebody here, so please do not think that I'm okay with this language, but the little retarded girl was my nickname growing up from a friend of my dad's. And yet, in this book, I'm being shown that in other cultures, my gift of being able to see into the imaginal realm could be the first step towards me being considered a shaman, a healer, a person who is able to see the afflictions in others. This is an intellect that cannot be taught in school. This is an intellect that is either in you or it is not. Um, I suppose the plants can teach you this particular intellect, but very few people are willing to form relationships with plant allies that bring them to those states. That level of altered consciousness is a risk in and of itself. You're essentially asking to go to the threshold between death and life and come face to face with the end, um, and also the beginning, because they're the same thing. Yeah, well, tell me more, tell me more. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. So, somebody here could be 56. Somebody could have been born in the year 56. Somebody here is thinking about their taste buds, and something that I know just from intellect is that our taste buds change every 7 years, I believe, similar to the skin cells renew every 7 years. Um, so somebody might be analyzing foods that they didn't like, but they might like now, because it's been 7 years or longer since they tried them. The person that might have been born in 56 or might currently be 56 is starting a new project or has a project in mind, an idea. They are being told to act on this, to go, to take the first step. The person that is analyzing their taste buds might be 22 or 29. So they are either analyzing foods from when they were 15 or analyzing foods from when they were 21 or 22. There could have been a time spent in alcoholism. Um, Correct me in the comments if I am wrong about this, but I do believe that long years spent in alcoholism can vastly reduce your ability to taste foods properly, because it affects your sniffer. You can't really quite smell properly. And funny as it is, if you can't smell food properly, it actually does not taste as it is supposed to. The person who was born in 56 or who is 56 could be a Aries, Leo, Sag masculine. And there is the similarity between these two people. What's tying these two people together is that they are both desperately holding on to something. The person who is reanalyzing their taste buds might be holding on to a past version of themselves. Maybe that's why they keep trying these foods, that a past version of themselves didn't necessarily like, but wanted to. And the person who may be born in 56 or 56 years old, this King of Wands, is desperately holding on to an idea that you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and therefore this project or idea that they have isn't even worth pursuing. Similarly, both of these people are holding on to shame. Generational trauma coming through here. Are these two people related in any way? Okay, so these two people might be related via the gym or something related to food, to fitness, to um, the pursuit of thinness. So this person that's reanalyzing their relationship with food might have hired this King of Wands to be their personal trainer, to be their nutritionist. Going in line with the you can't teach an old dog new tricks, this King of Wands might have a new idea to help people that are trying to redefine their relationship with food, and this limiting belief that they see these people as unwilling to change, unteachable, and possibly even unworthy of learning new things is what's keeping them from teaching them properly. tying it into what I was talking about with emotional intelligence, this King of Wands is very much lacking in empathy as well. Viewing their clients as, well, objectifying them, really. Lower than, less than human. Oh, oh, it's magic, you know. Okay, and there also might be some things that could be taken to HR if this was in a corporate setting, some harassment of the sexual variety. Um it's reminding me of that yoga guru that I watched a documentary on. This is a common theme in the spiritual community in general, but definitely in yoga. Um, a guru using that position to harm people. Yeah, take care of yourselves out there. The fitness community is chock full of people that are just con men and deceptive. Something my partner and I harp on all the time are the people who are in their early 20s out there claiming to be, fitness coaches with this insane amount of intelligence about the body, and that's why they look so good. And it's just like, no, you look good because you're in your early 20s. Your body has not your body has not met gravity quite yet. You look good because your skin still has elasticity that it will eventually lose. Come back and talk to me when you're 42. um So use your intelligence when you are seeking somebody to help you um, develop yourself in any way, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. Someone who is helping you get to the next point needs to be able to see you clearly at this point. All right. Until next time, be well, be you.